want to be able to talk more so people really understand some of the philosophies of QAnon. Before that, though, I was very touched by hearing you tell during this other interview we did together about what drew you in. And it seemed like it was about your connection with your father. And
that was definitely something. Sorry to interrupt.
No, because I think that is, for a lot of people, there are these unexpected reasons that are actually very pure and very real and relatable, that, you know, you want to do things that connect you with a parent, or to have a parent kind of turn around and notice you because you're saying the same sorts of things, or respect you because you now feel the same way. You know, there are a lot of motivators. So if you don't mind telling us a little bit about that.
So just, I guess, a bit of a background. So me and my dad have nothing in common. We are not alike at all. He's a very calm, reserved, polite man. And my sister and my dad are very much alike. And me and my mom are very much alike. And so my entire life, like, my dad and we never really got along. You know, he did a law degree, he did electrical engineering degree, did an MBA. And yet at the same time, I've never met anyone who thought education was more useless than him. He worked as a strategist for the government for essentially like 20, 30 years, same job. Never met anyone who hates the government more than he does. But the thing, we just, by coincidence, we just happen to both like discussing, say, like economics and politics and world events. Long story short, I just graduated from university last year. After 15 years, went 3 different universities. So I had all these undiagnosed issues of bipolar 2 and ADHD. So I was never the, the standard, like, go to university, get a law degree, get a doctor medicine degree, right? Work in accounting, work in one of the big 4, blah, blah, blah. So my dad and I he never really had a reason to be proud of me, put it that way. And when I found out about QAnon, I would tell everyone about this, and no one would give me the time of day. No one wanted to hear it. No one really, let alone Australian politics. No one wants to talk about American politics in Australia. And the only person who listened was my dad. And he and I would talk for hours about it, hours and hours and hours. And he was not a conspiracy theorist. I'd say he's more of a contrarian. But just by explaining these things to him and talking about these issues, you know, from whether it's like NATO or whether it's like, you know, central banking or whatnot, not that these are conspiracies, but just these are the kind of like introductory subjects that we got hooked on. He started to look at me differently. And because this was something that I knew about more than him, I knew more about this particular issue, like concept or topic, than he did. And he would look to me for information. And I never got that before. And I liked it. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was something I wanted or needed, or even like I had identified as an aspect in my life, but it was. And I would go looking for things to talk to him about and dig through conspiracy stuff to talk to him about. And because of that, I got him into QAnon. And he's still into QAnon to this day. And he's still in it, and we still argue about it. It's got to a stage where it used to be pretty bad before. Now it's fine. I would say we have a very like cordial, warm relationship, right? But you know, the one thing we can't do is we can't talk about politics or economics anymore, because it gets way too heated. And that's not just him, it's from me as well. And it's kind of like, now the situation is a bit like, you know, I'm South Korea, he's North Korea. You know, QAnon and politics like DMZ, and my mom and my sister like the UN and the US. So as far as family issues or issues caused by QAnon, this is probably like the most minor thing that I have seen, that my dad and I can't talk about politics anymore. Like, yeah, whatever, who cares? But yeah, in terms of just the widespread damage that it's caused, it's nothing. Like, I've seen I've seen like families ripped apart, people committing suicide, friends, long like marriages of decades. Just it's insane.